tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey!
This is a classic.
You know what I mean?
Classic.
I wish I could sing with her, but I can't.
You like that, huh?
Brandy took you to church.
Yeah.
That's a different look for her.
Yeah, this was Baptist. Her
Yeah.
other music was like Methodist, but this right here was Baptist.
Baptist.
Shout out to B Rocka and this Baptist
the new Brandy.
jam.
The new Brandy.
Yeah, you go on slay on it.
Slay.
I'm feeling, and we heard it in tonight's episode too.
We sure did.
We did. We had a couple of references to Brandy's music in tonight's episode.
Definitely.
Mo to the.
E to the.
Mo to the.
Zo to the.
Zo to the. E to the.
There you go. You are watching the Zoe Ever After show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. And it is the finale, y'all. The grand finale, well, of this season. Hopefully there's a season 2, but we'll get into that.
There will be.
Season finale here tonight. And we are here with a few guests. But before we get to them, my name is Joshua Johnson. I am your host. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JJ the Talented. Also, while you're at it, find AFTERBUZZ at AFTERBUZZ TV. Go ahead and like them, comment, subscribe, rate the video, share it with your friends. And I'm going to skip one and introduce my fellow co-hosts.
Because you got to make everything about yourself. So what, you want me to introduce myself?
I want you to introduce yourself, man.
Well, you said you was going to...
Can't
DJ
nobody
Jesse
do it
J.
like you.
I want...
Can't
you
nobody
mean-
do
you
it
want-
like you.
I mean, hey, I'm DJ Jesse J.
That's it? That's all
That's all
you
you
gonna
gonna
do?
say?
That's all you need
That's
to say.
all
huh?
you need to say?
What are you guys doing? Like, hey guys, it's your boy DJ Jesse Jane, rocking it live from AFTERBUZZ TV in this bitch.
That's what we wanted.
We went
Thank
from
you.
we
Thank
went
you.
from Baptist
That's why they watch.
to the trap house. You already know.
1738.
You already know. Well, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, McCall Hall. When sports and pop culture collide, it's so McCall Hall. Check me on Instagram and Twitter. It's
Girl,
going
I thought
down.
ESPN just came right next to me.
Hey, let me tell you
So,
something.
do you want to give them like the 4 O's in your...
It's 4 O's. It's 4 O's.
That's a lot
So
of
McCall Hall, because back in the day, I used to love That's So Raven, and that's the inspiration for my Twitter name.
Okay.
Because sometimes I do things and people are like, "That's just so McCall." You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that you're a supporter of Raven.
Not anymore, girl.
Scoop.
She ain't been on the View for a
Look,
couple
look,
weeks.
we have some special guests tonight, okay? We have some special guests in the building. You asked for it, we got it. Joining us here on the panel, the creator of Zoe Ever After.
Yay!
Give her the applause, Mrs. Erica Montolfo-Bura. Yes.
Bring good TV to BT.
And not only that, we have 3 beautiful people joining us on the couch, from left to right. Or how are they seeing it? Are they seeing they're seeing it left to right? Yeah, they're seeing it left to right. We'll start with Miss Haneefah Wood
Woo! Give it
as
up.
Pearl, Mr. Igancio Serricchio
Oh, wow.
as Miguel,
Keep going. Keep going.
and Pej Vahdat, who
blew
plays
it.
Amir
How are you?
Amir here.
I'm in
in
here.
the house.
We're in the house.
I thought we had to do like, hey, what's up? It's your boy.
Yeah,
You got the whole band. You want to go with the whole boy band?
Nacho Beans, a.k.a. DJ Tanner.
No, do the
Get it?
boy
You
band.
have your turn.
He's
Do
cool.
the,
I'm
DJ
bringing it back
Tanner.
to the...
do the NSYNC impersonation you were doing before we went on
That
air.
would be my DJ name. Yo, DJ Tanner in the house.
Why Tanner?
Fuller
Full
House.
House. Oh.
DJ
Which
Oh my
I'm so
God,
excited
Amir
for.
here.
That's
I
really
don't
good.
know.
Oh yeah, that Full House
Yeah.
Fuller House.
Now look,
reunion.
I had a feeling tonight's episode was going to have me clutching my pearls
Yes.
for pearls.
So you wore
I
your
wore
pearls.
for
Perfect.
you and your character because I knew tonight's episode was going to be spicy
It
and
was.
clutch worthy.
And it was.
And
Even
Lord,
though
did I
y'all kept
clutch.
calling her thirsty. 7 episodes in. Pearl is thirsty.
Pearl is thirsty.
Thirsty Pearl.
Pearl is thirsty.
I was watching.
No,
I was
Pearl had
watching
to
this
laugh
show
out.
like in my bed last night. Like bitch.
It's not about you.
It's
just
about the character.
It's about the character.
So you
of the
comment or you
scene.
I
mom
know,
on
but
139?
We know who's
No,
commenting
I'm
on YouTube
ghosting,
now.
so I'll never leave a comment.
Now
We talked
know.
about ghosting. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
we had a whole episode about
We
ghosting.
talked about that. Well, anyways, you want to jump right into it? Well, first things first. I want to ask the question: where did you get the inspiration for Zoe, and how did this all materialize as a show?
Good question. First of all, Brandy and I worked together on the game. I was exec producer on that show as well, and BET loved her and wanted to work with her, some more. So they kind of sold an idea to BET before I even became involved. And then when I became involved, I kind of brought my spin on it with this, which is I was married to an athlete and then divorced him, and kind of went through a rebirth of being single, and so those single years are very interesting before you meet the next man. And so I always thought that there was a 10-year period in between my life that I got to be single, so Zoe's life, we're kind of experiencing that singlehood.
So you brought that to Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
even-
stories to tell.
So some of the things that we see Zoe going through, did you encounter those as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
What's one episode that really hits home?
Well, I will say one of the ones that's my favorite is the friendship episode 2 with her and Pearl, because when you have a man, you kind of ghost a lot of your friends, unfortunately, and when you get single, you kind of expect them to be like, "Hey, girl, come back in," and they're like, "No, we're busy." So that was real, and I think Zoe has to earn that friendship back, and I had to do that. So
Yeah, men don't do that.
No.
Well, in that episode, that's the one where Zoe and Pearl made up at the end.
yeah,
Right?
it's when the Golden Girls,
The Golden
which
Girls.
you have to make up.
And then and so you and Zoe, Brandy's character, have a close connection that comes across, like a chemistry on screen.
Yeah.
How do you guys get along off screen? You guys friends and you guys hang out?
Surprisingly, when I went in for my audition, I think it was the chemistry read that we did. It felt like I've known her like half my life. Like it was just automatic chemistry, and so it was easy to like play it, right? Because maybe in a former life we were friends, so it was I didn't have to really pull from a lot.
That's one of the things we did in casting, which is why you guys can see that they're all really who they are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had chemistry reads with Brandy and Igancio and all the other Miguels, and we had them with the Pearls, and we would mix them up and have a Pearl and a Valente and a Brandy, and it was just, we wanted to see what the great mix was, and you see it. We got the
Now,
people
is
who
that
had
is
the...
that typical for sitcoms? Because we've been, submerged with these reality TV, episodes. We don't know much about sitcoms anymore. So is that typical with a sitcom?
I think it should be, quite frankly. If you're doing something with an ensemble cast, I think chemistry is everything. Casting is everything. And if you don't have the right mix, this would all fall flat. So, Friends, I think, had, a little bit early on trouble because they didn't have the chemistry, and it was up to the actors to kind of get together and try to become friends they knew would help the show. So we were lucky that we already kind of did that work before we ended up
Because this
casting
crew
people.
right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
It's a
classic.
mess.
The chemistry is
instant
there.
classic.
It's too much chemistry.
Ignacio comes in, first thing he grinds all over Haneefah.
Yeah, I walk in, I'm like, so.
I didn't like it. I didn't want it.
Imagine how
It
it
definitely-
filming was with
Well,
these
so
guys.
for filming, I mean, obviously this was big. I mean, Brandy coming back to
Yeah.
the TV screen. What was, as far as like creating, like, to keep it young, fresh, but also to make sure it's not Moesha 2.0.
Yeah, and I think, look, I know we've gotten a lot of comparisons to Moesha, like Moesha's grown up, but that, Brandy is that person. She brings a lot of her essence to the role, which is great because she's fantastic. And so, I think people want to always believe that she's that girl. And in her music as well, she's trying to do new things like begging and pleading, and people kind of want to put her in that box. But I think if they give her a chance, they will see that she's grown up and she's, she's a grown-ass woman now and doing grown-ass things. So.
I'm a grown woman.
So we love us some Pearl too.
We sure do.
And our question is how come, are we gonna get to see a little bit deeper into the characters?
Oh.
Because I mean, you know what I mean.
The answer is no.
Am I not giving that in my acting?
Well, no, I mean,
always work to
you're
be
getting-
done.
No, but like tonight, you know what I mean? I mean, or like the Atlantic City trip, it was just like, we mostly followed the story of Zoe, which is obviously what the story is.
I watched you talk about that episode because I wrote that episode, and you loved that Pearl let loose. Like you were really loving on her, and I think that.
But I wanted to continue. I
Right.
wanted 2 episodes of Atlantic
Yeah, I
City
know you did.
to really see
We had
what
some
Pearl
ideas for
And
Atlantic City.
I saw
and
you.
Jerome would have done for a night. Like I was here for that.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I thought they were gonna end up together, sleeping
yeah,
together.
Well, it's so funny. Everyone thinks that, but like he's gay. Why would he be with
Because
Pearl?
we ended up
But it's
the
Atlantic
show
City.
with the wedding. morning between Pearl.
Right, but that's different. That was her doing.
Oh,
him
like
solid.
maybe we got drunk or something.
Yeah.
And went together.
Some debauchery.
No.
Why with that kiss though?
Why not?
That
The way your leg went
Why
up.
not?
That kiss, you went deep.
You hear that, Tori?
You went deep with the kiss.
You hear that, Tori?
Yeah, you like that kiss.
You hear that, Tori? She wouldn't bang you.
Pearl liked it.
It's live.
You heard it here first.
Gonna hurt his feelings.
But that's one thing I wonder too, because you guys talk about Pearl being thirsty. Like I never thought of her. I wrote her as thirsty. I thought she's a planner, and she had worked her whole life to be successful. And she looked up, she's like, oh shoot, I'm 35. I've got no kids. I got no man. Like I need to plan for this now. And that's why is that thirsty?
Well, I guess I'll defend myself because I definitely use the T word. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're not alone. So it's okay.
Forgive me.
There's
Again,
several of y'all that use the T word.
We've all been thirsty. I've had
Yeah.
thirsty moments.
I've been.
It's not a negative thing.
I have been absolutely
What is
parched.
it?
Yeah,
Thirsty?
Threesome.
I've been parched. But the reason why I said, I felt like Pearl was being thirsty is because every time there's a man, she's breaking her neck to look at him.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? So for me, that's why I said she was thirsty.
But she does swipe left and right. I mean, it wasn't always swipe. What is it? Swipe left. Which one's was?
Swipe left is no. Swipe
Right,
right
so she
is
swipes left
I'm telling
sometimes.
myself.
I know, right? You know.
I'm telling on myself.
Wait, swiping right is
It's right.
Yes,
Don't act like you don't
right.
know.
No, listen. So I might have been on Tinder for a little
You
bit.
were swiping.
And what I would do is I would just swipe all of them right?
She knows the trick.
So then
You feeding this boy too much.
all of the brothers who swiped for me, like it was a lot of
Right.
connection,
Like,
right?
boom,
That's
there's
the
a
trick.
match.
Exactly.
You just
And that
you
is
don't even look at the picture. You just go.
you just swipe.
that's true love right there. That's
she
true
knows.
love.
She
So-
knows.
Thank God I'm
So
married.
off topic, how many have you gone on any dates off of Tinder?
Not off of Tinder, off of
Thirsty?
off of OK Cupid some years ago.
And
When
Jay
I
did.
first,
That's years ago.
When
Oh,
I
okay,
first
Cupid.
when I first
Do they still
moved
have that?
here, and
Alright.
we met at a Starbucks, and he was 100 pounds bigger than what he said
Oh
he
my
was.
Oh, you should have
God.
turned around on the spot and went back.
Only
And
100?
left.
I
100?
didn't. That's
But
not
you
how.
wanted a free
That's not
coffee.
how.
See, that's
No,
how, that's
he
how you
didn't even-
females are.
He
That's
didn't even
blood.
give me
You
a
want the-
free coffee. What are you talking about? I don't even
See,
drink
I was
coffee.
call it
projecting.
puffing?
So wait,
I like him.
so wait,
I like that guy.
Did you call it
Josh,
puffing?
I was
what should
projecting.
she have done? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
You see, here's the thing. If someone misrepresents themselves,
Yes.
Okay.
and then you see them in public and they're totally different than who they represent themselves as,
All right.
you have the permission, without justification, to turn around on the spot and walk out.
Agreed.
Okay,
Right?
I agree with that. But how I was feeling at the time was that we had talked for like 3 weeks on the phone, right? There was an obvious connection. So I was like, well, maybe I can get over the fact that and I couldn't, but I sat there for like an hour.
But I'm going to
My
talk
heart
out of school
is
for a
big.
second because
I'm
I will
MTV.
say on set, this thing was not thirsty. Every actor that came on tried to talk to her. So it was
That is not far
where
fetched.
she
Spill
found,
tea.
I
yeah,
can
she
see that
enjoyed
happening.
Atlanta. Let's just say Atlanta boys love them some Haneefah.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
listen.
But
You gotta get it in. What you And I did not get it in though.
No, you were good. She was good.
So yes. Thank you.
Just wait until
But-
season
Too
2.
much demand.
But look. Obviously, Ignacio, you don't have any problem with the ladies, right? He
Huh?
comes from
Gross.
I don't-
I don't.
So gross.
I'll let Erica
No, I
and
have no-
Haneefah answer this.
We have nothing to say.
You come from the soap opera
I'll let
world.
that's-
I mean, you got the 40 and the 50-year-old, 60-year-olds,
Wait.
hitting you up in the right
Cooking
because
your
they
breakfast.
love.
You have young people that watch.
Yo, wait, why?
Let me take my teeth out.
I want to give a shout out to all
Oh my
the
God.
all the Cougars and big shout out.
Hey, they'll take care of you, and they got
There's
benefits.
nothing wrong with a cougar. Nothing wrong.
I love Cougars. And older, even better. You
So
know?
what's the
Can't get
oldest
them
you've
pregnant.
ever dated?
Huh?
What's the
Oh my
oldest you've ever
God.
dated?
Dated?
Yeah, or maybe taken out for one date.
Define dated.
Like,
I mean,
but wait, like during the
one
day?
One day.
He's
One
never
day.
been on a
Like
date
on
in his
a date?
life.
I mean, it could be coffee. Was she
Coffee.
70?
He doesn't drink coffee.
70?
That's not
No,
a
no.
date.
Yerba mate.
The oldest woman I 46.
All right.
Yeah.
Seasoned.
I was 13.
It's probably-
Disgusting.
Wait, okay, so speaking of love lives, Amir, are we gonna see any love lives for Amir?
I don't know. You asked my boss.
Yeah, what's going on with Amir?
It's funny. 'Cause I love him. He's like one of my favorite characters. I love them all, but I love Amir, and I always thought that him and Pearl might hook up. So that's wishful thinking.
Well, they haven't met yet.
Oh, she pushes him out of the way when she goes to see Zoe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, why is Gemini paying off Amir because he's always letting like Gemini up when he shouldn't be up there?
I mean, he tips so well.
And he's not letting Zoe's dates up.
Zoe doesn't tip.
Like, what's the deal
So
with
it's all
that?
about it's all about the tips.
He's got other plans.
It's always
You're
about
on
the
Gemini's payroll, huh?
Yeah, Amir has other things going on. He needs to make some money to make that
I didn't
happen.
even get that until
I'm
just
saying
now.
because Zoe walks in, all of a sudden she's got a house full of people, and then at other times when her date try to come up, you give him the hassle. What's
Well,
up?
yeah, he's protective.
Well, that's true because he tips me and tells me to make sure I watch out for her, and also the more money he makes, the more he can do his other endeavors.
Yeah, we think Amir has
There's
a whole other life.
a whole nother life going on.
You see, he doesn't
in
have
season
accent
2.
in real life.
Oh, whoops.
Just blew that whole character.
Oh,
Thanks, Edge.
shit.
What he really is
speaking
running
of-
downstairs
I'm sorry.
in the basement.
I'm from Jersey. I'm just kidding.
Speaking
Not.
of people showing up in the apartment, where did the idea about Jessica White?
And
Bra man, that's
Right, bra man?
And I've heard you guys talk about that. It definitely was Brahman and Kramer. It's kind of our Kramer.
Oh, Kramer.
He's like our hot Kramer.
Okay.
But she wasn't in the last episode.
These people have jobs. They
I
can't be on
know.
every episode.
But
Like,
that
Page has
was-
15 jobs. He's like
That was
never
honestly
available.
though genius though. And that was
Yeah,
genius to
and
bring
she's
it back.
so good. She's so funny. We like
Yeah,
her.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, you did.
So was it you she was going to see when she had
What's up?
the fur on? Was it you she was going to see that night?
No, but I was there to watch, make sure that the scene
Yeah.
went well and the lights were on.
Yeah, it was very busy those
He was
days
on
when she
set
was there.
a
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah, a lot
To
of
break
guys
while
were.
she was there.
Yeah, he was there.
Yes.
We had
Like usually
I
he's
agree.
watching soccer
I
in his
know.
trailer.
Yeah.
We had crew
But-
members from Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh,
was
yeah,
there.
Should you guys be filming?
Yeah, they filmed there.
That is too
We-
much.
She was popular.
All of a sudden, everybody wanted to watch how we work.
What's the process?
That was so true.
Of course it's true.
I
Every
didn't
time
notice that though. But now I do. Now I see.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I wasn't on set.
No.
I was eating Skittles in my trailer.
That's okay.
We're part of the BFL. We would like to extend the invitation to any BFLs out there. This is bloated for life. This is it's
I'm
not a
enjoying it.
condition. It's a privilege. And we'd like to extend it to anybody out there.
You
Anybody
guys
out
just
there.
move the camera off.
No, I
Just
was
like
telling you guys that on the show,
You
Miguel.
literally
is-
just have to press record and just
Right.
go.
If you look at the show, Miguel is a lot heavier. That's what I was telling you. Like,
See?
no, he is.
Told you. We ate everything.
It was a choice.
That southern food.
It was a
biscuits
choice.
and gravy.
Method acting.
No, it was a choice. I said I'll take the ribs. I'll take the.
No,
salmon.
we would go out and everyone would order their food. We would finish our food.
No, you wouldn't.
If there was food left on our plates, Ignacio would eat that food
Yeah, he
off
does
of our
that.
plates.
I was raised properly.
Yeah, this.
That's a
You
sin.
don't
They're
waste food.
spoiled, dude. They
Can't
go to
leave food on
BT
the
and
plate.
they're like, I do not want this salmon. And I was like, in my country, we don't have. Yeah,
Eating
man.
good in the neighborhood.
But it was a choice, you know.
How do you guys get through a full set?
Oh, it's very
I was
hard.
gonna say because it almost looked like tonight that Pearl broke from just like a split second.
What
I
scene?
saw
When?
he wanted to laugh when it was a play between you and Tori's character Valente.
Oh, I can see that.
Shoot, I think it was the first half of the finale in the office. There was a moment I can't remember, but it felt like it looked like you kind of wanted to laugh. Maybe the editor cut it, or maybe you didn't. It just looked like it.
Those make for like great memories
I love
with
those.
sitcoms. I love those
Oh,
moments
I
where you can
love
tell
that.
somebody's about to break. I love those
I
moments.
love
we haven't
those.
seen any bloopers.
When
have we?
Seinfeld
Yeah.
breaks, I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And the just adding like the laugh to it is. It brings back that nostalgic feeling from the 90s.
Yeah.
When you used to watch, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Moesha,
yeah.
Fresh
It's like
Prince
a
and all that.
classic.
Yes.
It's
and
one of the
just like-
things it's funny, this show was initially, we thought, kind of a modern Mary Tyler Moore. Like if Zoe is Mary Tyler Moore, like
okay.
making it on her own, except for now
And the
the
fashion.
situation is having a kid, you know. Mary Tyler Moore would have been divorced back then, but it was taboo. So, you know. Yeah.
Speaking of the 90s, you guys always find a throwback jam to have in the
It's kind of
episode.
on purpose.
Is
yeah.
that planned out or just happens to happen?
it plans out if we get it clear. That's the hardest thing. But BET is good about that. They have a lot of good libraries. But one of the things I thought about with characters, like this show should be about music because Brandy's music. You know what I mean? You always think about music with her. And so I think Zoe has a soundtrack. I think Gemini has a soundtrack. I think Miguel has a soundtrack. So everybody kind of has their own vibe. Don't be racist.
You were thinking it.
Yeah, I was.
Right.
But so Brandy's kind of R&B, even though she's changed, and I always think that Gemini is hip hop. You know what I mean? It's just, so you always hear him with like a hip hop.
What would Pearl's theme song be?
Don't want no short.
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men.
What do you think, Haneefah?
Well, what is on Haneefah's playlist? What are you listening to right now?
Right now, I'm listening to Robert Glasper.
Okay.
Robert.
Black Radio.
Who's that?
You don't know, boo.
Wait, say it again.
Black Radio. Robert Glasper.
I will Google
They don't either.
and download.
See?
Really? Okay, well, I'm listening to Rihanna's new album.
I was
No, you're not.
Okay.
I was gonna say show
that
tunes.
better?
No,
I
you're
was
not.
gonna say show tunes.
No, I
You're
am.
a show
I'm
tuner?
not listening.
No.
Listen, my background is musical theater.
But you ain't in the
Maybe
trailer.
Pearl,
Oh my God.
but I'm not listening
Please
to
no.
show tunes.
Ignacio, what do you listen to?
I like it. It depends on the situation. I listen to
90s
everything.
rap, hip hop.
I love 90s
Oh,
rap and
yeah.
hip hop. Yeah, I love
Okay.
that.
He loves that.
I have vinyl. Like all my music is in vinyl. So
Elitist.
I don't have
Oh, yeah,
iTunes
he's
on my
that
phone.
guy.
I don't have that. So I have everything you can think
It's
of.
annoying.
I have from like
Elitist.
I have
So
from like
annoying.
old.
Is he a music snob?
No,
No,
he's just an
no,
elitist
He's
with
just
everything.
that guy. He's that guy who has
Exactly.
like
With his food,
vinyl,
with his
and, like,
music.
No,
fish
but
tank.
with
I
his
think it's a part of his thing. That's how I got.
Yeah.
No,
It's
but I
his
love
thing,
it.
right?
It's a combination of everything. You can go from like old Spanish music to old Italian music. I have Polish music. I just go to vinyl stores and
He's not
buy
got Polish
everything.
music. He's
Okay,
lying.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Pej, what you got? What you got, Pej? Polish. What is Polish music?
Yeah, like how does that sound?
You can have-
Listen, he's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. I'm sorry. That's the truth. I listen to Howard Stern. Sorry.
I love
That's not
Howard
music.
Stern.
So you get in the car, you turn on talk radio.
I'm
I've never
obsessed with Howard
It's
Stern.
very
Not
true.
talk
He
radio. I
always
listen to
has
Howard
his-
Stern.
Just
always
Howard
has
Stern.
He always has the like
Headphones
half
are
a
in.
headphone on, and he's always listening to Howard Stern.
That's
Always, always.
I love Howard.
He's the
Yeah.
king.
Gym,
The king.
during sex, I heard everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
During sex, just
but I
listen.
do love
When
90s
Robin
hip
comes
hop.
on,
I
it's just
don't like
really-
hip hop.
He's not
Like
really good
hip-hop.
with him.
I mean, other than Kendrick Lamar, but that's just so popular
Oh, I
to
love
say.
yeah, I'm listening to
You know what I
yeah,
mean? I can't just
No,
say
you had
that.
your time. Don't try to come back and say.
But
Robert
you know,
Glass, who?
We gave
Robert
you.
guys
Glassberg.
need to know that.
He's
Yeah.
really
No,
good.
I'm gonna
What kind of music
He's
is
a
that?
Polish rapper.
He's a Polish rapper, up and comer.
Wait till you look him
no,
up.
I know.
What kind of music is
Check
it?
him out.
It's like jazz
Show
and
tunes.
R&B and
Is it instrumental? Is it singing?
No.
Is it?
like
Black
you'll have,
Radio.
Brandy actually was one of his collaborations.
Oh.
Okay.
Black Radio is the album name. Robert Glasper.
I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Get with it.
I won't do
I'll
that,
stream
but I'll
it.
use
Get
I'm
with
not-
it.
I'll YouTube it and stream it. And
Yeah, I'll see what it's like
how I
first
feel.
before I pay for it.
Yeah.
Before I
Bobby
I can just
Glassberg?
jump right on
Bob.
it. You know?
Bobby Glassberg.
Not Pearl.
I mean,
Bob.
Beyonce too, right?
What's his
Yeah.
Polish
Yeah.
name?
Who?
Don't get me
Who is
started
he?
with
And
formation.
Kanye
Beyonce.
just dropped
Who's
his.
that?
Not interested.
What happened?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Alright,
Yes?
never mind, just brought
This
it
is
up.
gonna be
Brought up
a great
Kanye
episode.
West.
You bring up Kanye, you bring up formation, like we're gonna get all off topic.
Yeah, what about this show?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back on topic. 'Cause I want to ask you
What's that new
something.
song?
So look,
How much improv do you allow everybody to kind of?
0, because if I did, this would happen every day. Okay, no, they do. It's funny because Ignacio and I talk about this. He has, as you can see, a very interesting personality. So we try to put a lot of that into Miguel.
Interesting.
Well, like the episode where they go to church and all the languages, like that's really him. Like he speaks all those languages. He does sign language. So I know it's annoying.
how many languages do you speak?
Five.
This
Five? Which ones?
loser.
Portuguese, Italian, French,
Polish.
Spanish, English, a little bit of Polish.
Little England.
Thanks to Robert.
Jared-
Polish rap lyrics.
And some Swahili.
Yeah.
No.
John
No.
was raised.
Oh my
No.
God.
That now
No.
that
Oh,
was
oh
raised.
my
Wasn't it though?
God.
I I was clearing my throat.
No, it
I
wasn't.
was gonna say.
I'm mortified of it.
I baited him though. I'm sorry. I knew he was gonna do that.
You're gonna mix up the brown guys. Don't mix us up.
Yeah. We're different. We're
Same
different
skin
shades of
color,
brown.
but
Very
not the same
different shades of brown.
personality.
Black
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah,
is
yeah.
gonna come for
Oh,
you
yeah.
tonight.
We have different
They are.
shades.
They are.
Who?
Black Twitter
Twitter.
is
Oh,
coming for you.
shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point at him, please.
Do you know what Black Twitter
he's
even
fine.
is?
Nacho Serricchio.
Nacho.
Yeah. Please find me. Yeah, I would love to know. What's Black Twitter?
Black Twitter is
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's move on.
It's where black
Let's
people
move
Twitter
on.
meet.
Let's
Right?
move on.
Wait, so
Okay.
Pearl, you went on a date, you went
Yes,
rock
please.
climbing.
Yes.
Are you a rock climber in real life?
Actually,
Uh-oh.
Did you do your own stunts? for
No.
this?
I did. And for my birthday, we went rock climbing.
It's true.
Was that before or
Okay.
after you filmed
Right
that?
when I left. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Before.
There was a weight limit,
That
so
was
Pej.
before.
I couldn't do it.
What's your birth sign?
Two blood.
Virgo.
Oh,
Aries.
Same as Beyonce.
Virgo.
Yeah.
Virgo.
Yeah.
What,
Virgos?
what day in September?
16.
14th,
Oh.
5th. There we
Day
go.
after Beyonce, so.
Wait, September?
14?
September? I'm
14?
I'm April.
I'm April 10th.
Look,
Me
what
and
is your
Mandy
birthday?
Moore.
Let's just get a roll call.
December 5th.
Yeah.
Okay. Sagittarius.
June
Shut up.
4th.
All right, now that we got that.
Okay.
Gemini.
Back
Wait,
to
you
the
guys believe in all that crap?
I don't know. We just
You
call
guys
it out.
believe in the zodiac, all that
So
the
back
star
to
alignment?
Pearl.
It depends on
Oh.
what
They
day.
turned the
It
air
depends
on.
on the situation.
Yeah.
If you fall in love with someone, it's like, I love him because he's a Virgo.
You're talking too
It's
loud.
crap.
Yeah, you
No.
are. You're doing
Look,
too much.
Here's a situation because of what happened with the episode with Pearl and meeting the guy, and then it seemed like they're gonna get married like right away. So what
Right.
is the shortest amount of
Earl?
time?
Earl and Pearl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the shortest amount of time from meeting someone to marrying someone? What's the shortest amount of time that's acceptable?
This is
I
Hollywood.
got engaged to my husband in four months after.
4 months?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
But did you
know
know him?
Yeah, 4 months worth. Oh, we're still married. We're still married right now.
Oh wait, but
Yeah.
you didn't know him prior to the 4 months.
No, I think 4 months is all you need. Like if
really?
you spend every
Right.
day
I've
with
had
someone.
2 years and that was not
What?
enough.
But see,
Okay.
then, no, when you go 2 years, then it may not be
It was-
right. If it's taking too long, then why are you
But you
waiting?
may need to know that though.
So I have a theory about this. It's called 444,
Okay.
right? So within 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, you should have a couple things answered. In 4 weeks, you know if you like your job or you don't like your job. In 4 months, you know if bae is long term or not
I'm
long term.
with you.
And after 4 years, if I ain't got no ring, let me tell you something.
Gone.
4 years.
Gone.
Yeah.
Don't you think
4
4
years.
years?
You guys are so materialistic with the
Uh-oh.
ring.
Oh, here we go,
With
Mr.
the ring.
Vahdat.
The
Talk
ring
about
is
it.
theoretical. She means like a
But
commitment
some
or
kind of
yeah.
incremental change.
Right, absolutely.
But wait.
I'm with you. 4 years is way too long.
So
Wait, let's
I'm a
talk.
lady.
Let's
Yeah.
talk to
Okay,
Pej
okay.
about
Thank you guys
his
for having
relationship
us.
now.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Let's talk
Tell
to
us, Pej.
Have a
Kevin's
nice
been
life.
engaged for 9 years. or something.
Engaged.
What?
Not even
Whoa.
engaged. Not
Sorry.
even engaged.
You okay? You alright?
Not even.
Yeah, we don't
You
use
alright?
that word around
Nice.
Pej.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you alright?
Not even
Are
engaged.
you alright?
I've been with the most beautiful girl for 12 years, and we're not married or engaged. We just moved in together, though.
After 12 years.
She forced me. I was
And
like,
they have 6 kids.
like, slow down, woman.
Hell,
Jesus.
But did she really force you, or is it
No.
something you guys just have that kind of?
Yeah.
He loves her.
Love her.
Hey,
But look,
slaves
it's-
were only slaves for 12 years, so she need to be a wife by 13.
I don't see the difference.
Really?
I'm more married to her than you'll ever be.
Wait,
to
how did slaves?
What happened?
in the water.
Why'd you look at her to give you? What's going on?
I don't want to be here during this because I didn't even know what Black
Slaves.
Twitter was.
I
What's
don't want
going
to be
on? I don't wanna
involved
comment.
in this conversation.
Yeah, we can't be involved.
I just don't want to get married.
Us three cannot be involved.
This
in
means
bro.
nothing to me. That's all
You
I was
I
gonna
say.
say, do you
You-
believe in
No.
the concept of
You
marriage?
gotta hide under the desk.
For me.
At least we're like a
Okay,
shade.
well,
Well, look,
if
John,
you
what's
and
the
your-
difference?
albino.
Let's talk about that. I
difference?
mean, we don't have
What's
to
the,
go deep.
what does
but-
this do?
that tells the world.
I can.
cares?
That
I just
I am-
told them.
Boom! Give me a mic! Give me a mic! Here, this is a mic!
I can't rebuke that because this is international, okay? We are
I'll
very much
tweet it.
international. But it's a sign to the world. I mean, for you to wear a ring out
But what
in
if
public.
she's okay without it?
Who cares
and
about
that's,
the world?
and that's fine.
Well, let her finish.
Some women are, but I just believe that you should have some kind of public display of your commitment and with a ring.
Don't you think that people now care too much about what the public says?
Yes, I do.
I don't know why
Kanye.
I would care what people know.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't care, clearly.
Okay,
So,
well,
so let's go
let me-
down. Let's go down the block. So obviously, 50 years dating, it doesn't matter to you.
What's the
But what
difference?
Yeah, exactly. For you, what's the difference? Igancio. So if the cougar of your dreams.
But I don't just go for cougars.
He wants to be married.
I would just
he
say
wants
that
to be
'cause-
married and have children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So to all the ladies out there in AFTERBUZZ the world.
What happened? What's up?
No, just, so what is your timeline? What is your timeline
Now he's
between
quiet.
meeting them and getting married? What, in your eyes, what is acceptable?
I don't think there's a rule. I think it happens when it happens. I always talk to her. I think that the whole idea or love and relationship, we always overanalyze it because it's the one thing where we're the most vulnerable and we can control.
Okay.
I can control my career. I can control everything about my day, but how I feel about somebody, you can't. That's why we do stupid shit and we say the wrong thing. So I don't think there's a timeline. I don't think there's a rule. You know, when people say, well, you know, their whole thing is not traditional. You know what? It's traditional to them, and that's all that matters. So that's my theory. So it's gonna happen.
I love
when
that.
it
I feel like
happens.
Miguel would actually say that too.
Yeah.
It
So
happens
what?
when it happens. It happens when it happens.
It happens
Okay.
when it happens.
Okay. Now, what about you? What is your theory on dating to marriage and how much time should be spent?
Well, I actually have to go on dates and be in relationships to actually be able to weigh in. I don't know. I'm kind of stunted in this area.
You know what? But we're gonna
And
put it
that's
in the
the truth.
universe.
Yes.
We're gonna put it in the universe.
But I mean, you could say a year, 2 years, but I honestly do not know.
okay.
I think I'm kind of like him where you know, if you feel, but
Well, she's a good example. She was married
yeah.
prior.
Yes, for like.
How long were you
I was
dating
married.
him?
Well,
The
I was
athlete.
very young, but I was probably like a year, and then we got married. We were married for like 10 years, but it was all of my 20s I was married. And then got divorced, you know, like Zoe, like just when you're hitting 30, even though she's a little older.
But then you met someone for 4 months.
Yeah,
And have
but
never
like
been
10 years
happier.
later. Yeah, well.
But
about that.
you know that
Oh,
before.
my bad.
I'm not,
But you know that before Francesco, you were like, I'm not.
Yeah, and I
I'm
had
not doing.
and I had to have that 10 years off to kind of like be single. But I think one of you hit this point. I think as long as it's mutual, like you and your girlfriend feel
That
the
was
same
me.
way.
That was me who hit the point.
Well, okay, for once.
I don't know about this whole ultimatum
regarding
thing,
Zoe
Yeah,
in the
I mean,
show.
it sounds
Crazy.
like
That's
feels
crazy.
forced.
That's why dudes get so angry.
Right.
If
That
she
happens a
came
lot.
up to me and said, "Marry me, it's 4 years or else," well, peace
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's
Because
what happens if
I'm with you. I'm not with anyone else. If you want me to put a little ring on your finger, I'll do it. But I'm not gonna go get a contract.
Yeah, but I think that it is like, say the woman feels that way. It's her responsibility to say, listen, this ain't working for
There
me.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been 4 years.
absolutely.
I want
Agreed.
something that you
That's
don't
beautiful.
want, and I'm
But
not
when
gonna
someone
sell.
says, multiple friends of mine have said this, so and so's married and so and so's married.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
If this doesn't happen, it's over. Well, all my friends
that
go,
happens.
whoa,
That
whoa, whoa,
happens.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, but that's the mistake. Like
I'm
she's
not
saying,
doing-
you
I'm
have
not
to
doing that.
to
Yeah.
leave. And you can't give an ultimatum. You have to say, "This is my time is up,
Exactly.
so I'm going to move on."
That-
And I
It's
think,
almost
I
like
think
you're living
that
by someone
also,
else's timeline.
Right.
I think that also plays into divorce and separation too, because I saw this tonight. I was very proud of Zoe, because you know Zoe's always kind of going back to Gemini in some way, like just opening herself
Erica
up.
Right.
And tonight, by her not going to his fight, that was like,
Yeah.
no, we really are done.
Yeah,
and I was happy.
But you
Yeah.
know what I loved in this episode is when she calls him to wish him well for the fight. Now that is
Co-parenting.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Well, there
growth.
were two scenes like that when she first comes in and she's gonna tell him that she's not going to fight, and he's like, "I don't want to fight with you," and she's like, "I'm not gonna fight." And he's like, "You're not." You know, this is like a turning point for her because she had to get rid of that baggage. She had to get rid of the anger before she could go on and go out with Steven and do her thing. She had to let him go. And so you're right. I mean, she can't keep, stepping into that
Yeah.
relationship, and she realized that, and that's why she can go forward now.
So typically speaking, with some of these shows, it's like when that star character, your lead character, gets married. Sometimes that becomes like the end of the show. Are you guys trying to keep Zoe dating and just teetering out there?
You're gonna get Zoe meeting someone in 4 months, and all of a sudden,
No, look. It's
season 3, it's Zoe
I
and the
know
babies.
if you had to watch my life, you'd be bored to death. So yes, it's really about her finding herself. That's what the show's about. And so Miguel is on that road, but I don't think that they are going to end up together for a long time, or they may stop and start. Who knows? We haven't decided yet. But I don't think she's going to jump right into a relationship with Miguel. And we haven't seen what Miguel is like. I mean, he may be very much like Igancio. He may be like, oh shoot, like I wasn't trying to go there, So he may back up. We'll see.
Well, we got a glimpse of Miguel at church. It seems like he's.
Yeah, but why is Miguel single?
Because he ain't found Zoe
He
yet.
hasn't found the
Like we
right
said
one.
last week,
You know-
because he's at church.
And he's
I
bloated.
mean, but a man that has some value has to hold out for a woman of value too, right?
Yeah, that's true. But he's also got a woman in the other room that he's there with, right? He's at the wedding with Alejandra, and so he I think has more to learn about relationships. We'll find that out
I was gonna say, where are we gonna go in season 2?
if we get a season 2. I think we'll.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
ATL.
I think we'll see the
Knock on
outfall
wood.
of the kiss for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be messy. I wouldn't think it was going to be like, oh my God, we kissed and everything's wonderful. No, I think, Gemini lost, or we think Gemini lost the fight, got knocked out. We don't know. We'll see if he
the
gets
way
back
he hit
up.
the ground.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but you never know. We didn't see any counting, but true.
X might walk in on
but
the
that-
kiss.
That could happen. I think that, each character is going to have, I think Pearl's now decided she's not getting married, so we'll see where that takes her. I think if Gemini's not the champ anymore, that's a whole different person
Financial
that we will, financial situation, but also he's never lost at anything before,
So
which
it's
is
a blow
why
to
he
his
was so
ego.
possessive of, huge ego blow. So we'll see how that changes him. So there's a lot to explore.
Okay.
Are we gonna cater
BET.
that to-
I like it.
So I mean, who is it up to ultimately at BET? Who do we have to spam in the Twitter? Who
Just,
do we have
yes,
to
right
send
in,
letters and calls to?
just right into at BET. Just tweet them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tweet them every day.
Yeah, every day, please, because we have more stories to tell.
So
We do.
what's the reception been so far for each of you as you've gone through this season? How's the fan reception for each of you, social media wise and walking on the street wise? Have you?
People like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
huge.
it. Yeah, the
Super good.
Yeah,
far as
the
I've seen.
supervisor at the Sprouts where I shop. shout out to Derek. He hooks me up, gives me a discount. So he liked it a lot.
Thanks.
All right.
He gives.
No, you guys.
Well,
you
he
guys look
provides
into
me. He
that.
provides me the food. Like,
Twitter
he's
is-
an important
Twitter-
person.
Twitter's always blowing
Yeah,
up.
blows up
Always.
every
Yeah, everybody
Every
does.
time.
Everybody
You
does.
said
Trending
we were
every
trending
week.
tonight.
Every week we trend.
My parents like it. My parents like it.
Do they
You're
tweet?
gonna trend tonight
Tell
with
them
Black
to
Twitter.
tweet.
My what?
My mom tweets.
My dad is on Facebook, and my mom
She really
hates that.
is.
My mom
My
doesn't
mom
Facebook
hates
too.
that. My dad is on Facebook. My mom hates it. He's like, what a morning ride, and my mom's like, you're so stupid. Like, who are you posting this for? You have like 3 followers.
And then after he tells the joke, he's like,
But my
Right?
dad is.
He has to get you to,
My dad.
So it just
My-
looked like you
he
chuckling.
has to get to the cosign on and the joke was about you. Like what?
Hilarious. I love it.
My favorite moment from tonight was definitely the part where Valente was up there marrying Pearl, and then Pearl said, she gave her vows, and he couldn't let her friend do that. Because I have a friend that if I needed her to play that position, she would
Oh,
definitely
really?
play that position.
That's a good friend.
She'd be irritated. She'd actually probably be more into it than I would have been into it, but I can respect the fact that he stopped and really realized, wait a minute, this isn't a moment for me. I have to man up. So like you said, the show is about Zoe finding herself, but we're kind of finding all the characters.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely an ensemble, even though Brandy is definitely the nucleus and Zoe is, but you get to find out about all these characters, and I really hope that people invest in them because we're going to get to see even more of,
Good, because
their
we invested
journey.
because we need to see more.
And then I think, everybody's responding to the friendships. Like Haneefah and Tori, like their friendship as Pearl and Valente. It's so
Jerome
special.
Valente.
Yeah, it's so special. People love it, and you see them kind of be there for each other and be selfless for each other. It's lovely. And the same thing with Miguel and Zoe. I mean, you've seen him give her advice, and at first he thought she was just this bratty, spoiled rich housewife, and then now he's really there's moments where he's really kind of seeing her become herself, and he's becoming attracted to that, I think. So all these things are unfolding, so I hope we get to tell more stories.
I want to see Pearl and Zoe drink more. That's always
That's
fun.
always fun. They
That's
drink a lot
always
though. They drink a lot.
No, I mean just in the future. I just want to keep watching them
Yeah.
drink.
why? What do you think that does?
Oh, I just live vicariously through you too.
Do you not drink?
Well, I do, but they make it look way better.
Yeah, they drink a
And
lot.
I don't even drink. I've never tasted alcohol. in my
TV
life.
drinking is always
Same here.
what's
Same
better.
here. I've never met anyone else like
TV.
that. That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Here I am.
What? Is there a love connection? I feel
The after.
oh my god.
AFTERBUZZ.
Wouldn't that be a good story?
My favorite part of the episode was the rock climbing when Pearl gave him that little giggle thing that she did.
Uh-oh.
With the-
So speaking of rock rock climbing. Because I was watching the episode, and this is what I love
How
about
long before you think you can rock climb in a relationship?
No.
4 months.
But
days.
it's kind of like that. So I love the show because there are a lot of moments where just single women, we can relate. It's like, oh, I've done that before. So for me, I was like, I'm trying to think, what is the craziest thing I've done with a bae that wasn't like my long-term bae, but I did something outside of myself to kind of impress him. So I'll just answer the question. I wore a USC sweatshirt and I went to Washington. So for me to do that for a guy that likes USC was just doing too much. But what have you guys done that was just outside of your realm of, reality for somebody that you liked?
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, I've done.
You've worn a dashiki for somebody. I know you have.
I've what?
You've worn a dashiki for somebody.
What's a dashiki?
Oh,
Not you.
Black Twitter is going to tear you up.
Can you not, like, really?
Is that
Don't look at me.
like a sauce?
It's like an African.
Is that a song?
I know.
What would you describe
You know
it
what
as?
it is, right?
I know what it is. I have not worn a dashiki. Black Twitter. Relax.
Yeah, clear it up for Black Twitter.
Relax.
You baiting him.
It's okay. Hey, look, it's cool. I'm not going to the Oscars either, so we're cool.
Oh,
No.
wow.
I'm not.
you know what? Okay, so I just remember.
So
I just
Miguel goes
remember
missing
what
next
I,
season.
What I did
Haneefah, in
for
for
a
the
guy.
save.
When I was much younger, this guy who I was my one and only boyfriend I've ever had in my life, he knew me as being like this really pulled girl. And really, I'm kind of weird and goofy and like to tell jokes and, whatever. And my girlfriends came to meet me and to meet him. And I was acting like my regular self. And he pulled me aside and was like, you know, you don't have to try so hard.
Oh, what?
In front of them.
Clutches pearls.
Exactly. But he didn't know me because I never showed him who I really was because I thought I had to play some game in order to have him, be with him, whatever. But I've learned from that.
Well, thank you for sharing. I think
Wow,
it's important.
that's a nice
That's a
one.
real
that's a
thing.
real-
Yeah.
That was real.
Because
really
we all
deep.
go through that.
It's such a pearl
That
story.
was really deep.
Right?
It is.
Wow.
I remember that.
That was really deep.
You told me on
Are you
the roof.
speechless?
Yeah.
This is a first.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know we were
Write
going to
it
get all
down.
serious. Now I'm like, shit, now I got to sit.
We can't always tell
what's your-
jokes
we
and
can
not
skip.
play out.
Yes, you can. The world's too dramatic. Go ahead.
There's a
No,
little.
but I can tell a real moment.
I think that's beautiful. I love you.
Why are you lifting up your pants? Are you,
Because he's
Because
hot.
it's more comfortable. It's hot. It's really hot.
are you
It
going
really
fishing?
is
What are you
hot, yeah.
doing?
Showing off his
He
cat.
might be going
Are
fishing.
you going fishing?
Knowing him.
He probably will go
After this,
fishing.
he is.
Night fishing.
So,
No.
so you want to pass on the question? Or you want to?
No, I don't think I've chased a girl, not chased as in physically, but
Yes, you did. You pulled your pants up and you chased her.
no.
God.
I have in order to get her attention, to get her to go out with me, I've gone. I traveled. I traveled to another country, 13,000 kilometers, to see her for 3 days.
And that sounds like something you would do.
Yeah.
Because it's very
Yeah,
elite.
I go
must
with.
have
I
really
go
liked
with.
this one.
I go with. I didn't know her that well, but I was very intrigued about what could happen, and the experience was amazing. We're not together. We don't even. But the fact that I was able to do that, and that I had the not the balls, but I had the resources to go and see what's up. I'm so grateful for that.
Every,
That's real.
every kilometer
Because
counted.
yeah, it was amazing, and it's a great story, and I learned a lot from it. So yeah, I do. When I get into it, I really take risks and I go all out and kind of put it all out there. But when I don't, I close up and I don't let. Right, Erica?
Don't look at me.
Yeah, she does.
13,000
Now,
kilometers. Did
can
you see
Did
what the
I?
deal?
Did I?
All that way. I mean, did you?
Did you have sex with her?
Did I?
Is that what you're
Fornication.
saying?
Is that what he's saying?
Did you
Why
right,
didn't you?
exactly.
Why didn't you? He's like, did you? Did you
Are
guys?
we adults here?
Did you put the frosting
Did you
on the
smash?
cake? Did you?
Was
Did we slam genitalia?
Did you?
Just slammed it.
I'm a gentleman. I don't talk if I use my crank.
But see, what you don't know about this is the kind of
like
story.
that
He's
word.
this kind of guy. Like everything is so
My
like,
God.
oh my God, I met this girl. I'm gonna go to Argentina.
He's
and
always
see
in
her.
love.
And then always. And then he comes back. You're like, well, how did it go? She wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean? It's like always like once he gets the girl, it's like.
Pinky toe.
And he can live with it. He
It's
can
the
live
chase.
with
It's
it.
the chase.
It's the
passionate
chase.
about
He's the chaser.
But don't you women want somebody to chase
Yeah,
you?
but then they want you to stay.
Exactly.
Show it like it. You
No,
stay.
but enjoy the process. Listen, two things can happen. It either works or it doesn't.
You're
But
right.
the journey is. Listen, I rather
But
travel.
the journey
works,
is
though.
only
Never
like 4
works.
days.
The journey is
But
anything
It
for him.
never works.
But you know what? Me traveling and going to the airport
That's a seminar.
last minute is so much better than me going, I'll see you at Starbucks. That's more exciting than Tinder.
Oh, wow.
No. Not back to
You
you.
said
No. Not back to
What
you.
just happened?
No, not back to you.
Black
But-
Twitter is gonna tear you.
How dare you get on Haneefah
No,
like
what
that?
I mean, no, not to you, but
They used to
with
love
Tinder and
you.
all those apps that people.
He literally pulled
I
two
like-
stories of mine.
No, what I'm
Just now.
asking, what I'm saying, I mean, is that
You move
I'd rather
over.
do that crazy thing.
He's got you up against the wall. You're like,
Move
I'd
over,
rather
man.
do that experience than make it so easy as swipe as you know what I mean?
That's fair, and I respect it. Look, I'm not judging. I just wanted to know.
Oh, no,
I just
no.
wanted to know.
Yeah.
Can you even remember the last time you did something crazy for a boo?
Since you've been in a relationship.
Because you've been in a
I
relationship.
mean, it's
with
been 12 years. I mean, how are you keeping things interesting after 12
Hell,
years?
Bush was still in office when you were out there dating, huh?
Wait, Bush 1 or 2? Bush 1?
Interesting. I mean, I try to keep it interesting all the time, but I go to Shabbat. I'm not Jewish. How's that?
Oh yeah, that's
Was it Friday night?
But
Yeah.
the food is so
That's
good.
because there's
Delicious.
food.
Friday night to Saturday night?
Her dad doesn't like me, so
You
that's
go
kind of
anywhere.
hard.
You would go anywhere for food.
Wait, the
what's
food?
that tea?
Her dad isn't crazy about me.
No?
Oh, they never
I
are.
love you,
12
buddy.
years, he should be over it by
No,
now.
because I'm not Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
mean, he
so
likes
nice.
me, but he doesn't like
The
it.
fact.
After 12 years, do you celebrate Valentine's Day?
We never celebrate Valentine's Day because the first year she's kind of like a strong woman, right? So the first year I was like, I'll do whatever you want. So I had no money. I rented a limousine and took her to a restaurant I could not afford and just everything. She goes, you do not need to do this ever again.
I love that.
Aww.
And I go, why? She goes, because I don't need this, and I don't. Every day should be like something that we do. So like, I take her out and I'll do things randomly, not that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll do it if she
Which
likes
is more surprising than
Yeah,
doing it
yeah.
on
On
that day.
Valentine's.
because everybody's doing it. So we do it on a random day.
But they still
Right.
want you. They still want something on that
They
day.
do. They do.
Not
huh?
not your boo.
Yeah.
But
No.
No,
Well,
for-
she's always working, so it doesn't matter.
Do you guys have any kids?
No,
Is that something that you guys?
we have a dog.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I want kids yet.
Please don't compare your dog to a child. Like this.
God forbid.
both-
Black
right?
Twitter
Yeah.
might.
Yeah. All of a
Let's
sudden,
see. They're better.
Is there a dog
Let's
Twitter?
be honest, they're better.
Jeez.
They don't talk back, and they're cheaper.
Yeah, they're cheaper.
Much
Yeah, they
cheaper.
are cheaper.
And they're allowed on set.
They're
So,
tastier, too.
the kids, X, he should be up for an Emmy. Have you
Isn't
guys
he
submitted?
good? Oh my God.
Have you
The
guys
Cry?
submitted
Was
for
it The Cry?
Emmys yet?
The cry was great, right?
Because the cry had me.
The cry was
I
everything.
The
cried
cry
on
was
set.
real.
I actually cried on set when he did that. I never cry. So I'm a very hardened
That was
person.
real cool. That took
But
me
it
back
was
to like.
I was bawling. He's such a lovely young boy anyway. I mean, he's just a wonderful kid. And it's funny that little tidbit, that scene, we were wrapped out. It was his wrap out, was his last scene. So we were all saying goodbye to him. And he started crying because he was going to miss Brandy and miss everybody. And so Brandy, in her infinite wisdom as a television star, was like, let's do one more take. And, brilliant. And we did it with him that upset.
Really?
So cute.
So it's not like he just came from, getting his little snacks or whatever.
No.
He really.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Jalen.
to Jalen. Yeah,
He really
That
came
guy
from
didn't
Yeah,
know.
he did.
I could tell.
He's
Yeah.
It was
such
so
a,
real.
Get it
so
free.
good. Yeah,
I could tell.
yeah, it was, and we kept that taken because it was, even though you can't even hear him talking because he can't breathe, but it's so
that was-
real.
that's what sold it.
You watched that.
I was
watched
worried
that
about
today,
it.
and
Yeah,
you actually get stuck with him. You're like,
Yeah. he's such a sweetheart.
Please.
He's
Yeah.
good.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
That was an absolutely great
That
scene.
took me to
Yeah.
my 7-year-old self when my
Yeah.
father told me that my parents were getting divorced.
Oh.
It was that same. It was so real. Like I felt that. I felt for him. You know.
Yeah, he
Now I'm
was.
about to start crying.
I know. We
It was
love
rough.
him. J-Lo, we love you.
Well, we see Zoe and Miguel, they have this like flirtation the whole season, and then obviously at the end we see the kiss. What was that like filming it? Obviously you have to have I can imagine if Brandy was here, your chemistry with her. So what was that like? Not as soon as cut came, because I can just imagine.
No, as soon as cut came, that was it was an emotional scene. So it wasn't your typical like don't like that. It was a lot heavier and there was different emotions and intentions going into it. It wasn't the typical "I'm in love with you, I'm gonna go chase you" kind of kiss. So after we were done, I hugged her and I said, "Are you all right?" And I tried to kind of breathe with her, and then we said, "All right, let's go eat some pizza."
Yeah, it was.
But it was a hug. It was a hug.
But it was the last. It was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
No, it was the last scene. It was the last scene of the entire season. So everybody was emotional, and Jaylon had been crying, and in the moment when he walks in, really is him walking in on all this emotion. It was deep.
It was a long kiss too.
Yeah, they kissed a lot of times.
Yeah, y'all came back to
it. Exactly.
You guys came back and they're still like, I'm like, all right,
yeah, because it's real.
Hey, it's like 22 minutes, right? That we gotta fill up. So
yeah.
Like,
so 5 minutes a kiss.
I saw some tongue. You ain't slick.
You saw some tongue.
Put your mic up. Put your mic up.
I didn't do it.
Put your mic up.
She took it down.
No, I didn't.
No, I took it down because I thought I was being too loud.
You thought correctly.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I didn't see any
saying.
tongue, but it was a fantastic kiss. It really brought us in.
It's funny because we rehearsed that scene as we do, and they would never kiss in rehearsal.
Which would annoy me
so much.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Because
how many times did you and Tori have to?
Why would that annoy you?
Listen, I was only sticking around because I don't have to stick around when they're rehearsing their scenes. I stuck around just to see them kiss. Like the whole time, and they would never do it.
What's up with that?
Why were you so interested?
No, you were almost like a fan of the show.
Yeah, we all are. We all are rooting for them.
You kissed during rehearsal?
You wish it was you?
No, this
You kissed during rehersal?
She's like, wait, we ain't
Tori kissed me at the table
that
read.
Yeah, he did kiss you at the table read.
He kissed
but not
me
like
at the
that.
table.
No.
He did. Yes, he did. He was trying to keep his job.
Oh, he was going in. He was going in.
I'm gonna get these SAG credits. All right.
He was going in.
Don't trip. I'm gonna get these SAG credits on tonight.
So you're going to want to kiss during rehearsals too?
No, it was
With you?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. For Parliament. Yes.
It wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm shy kind of thing. We were trying to figure out other elements of the scene and that were more important. So when we got to, we were just trying to, and clearly what happened at the end was definitely not rehearsed. I can tell you that right now. I walked into something, and I'm telling you, when I walked in there, I could feel the tension. I honestly, genuinely, I was really reading her, and it was intense. So there was no point in rehearsing something that was going to be.
I just wanted to see it.
We were thinking, her and Brandy and I were focused on other.
They have a
things that
really good chemistry.
I wasn't focused.
I can tell.
That's really good.
But it really made the scene, that much better. The scene on paper is great. You want them to kiss, but all those elements, like the crying and just the tension and the fact that he didn't know what to do, it all played. And so I think that's what everybody's reacting to.
But I knew it was coming. I'm telling you. When you first walked in, I said, you gaze at her and she gazes at you throughout these episodes, and I can feel the tension. I'm like, they are.
I thought Atlantic City was going to give it to us. I thought we were going to get it.
Too early.
Yeah, too early.
It was.
But
and
their
kudos to
chemistry,
your acting.
yeah, but their chemistry, again, we did the chemistry reads, and when he walked in the room with her, I was telling there's so many more cute guys that came in, but
It's true.
but they had chemistry immediately. It was just like, you felt it. So. And we tried to keep you guys from knowing that they were going to be a thing, but day one.
But it's who we were rooting for, because
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like Gemini, just so much I can't.
Gemini crazy.
I know.
That's how
His name
sitcoms
is
go.
Gemini.
All my
I
exes
know,
just
but
be like,
he made,
I love Gemini.
I do too.
Me too.
I love Gemini.
Yeah.
And
I
not
love
only-
Gemini. That's a tough. That's a for a man. Like I look at that character and I'm like, man, this dude has so much pressure.
Exactly.
So much pressure. There's ego. There's all that crap behind you.
And he's
And
a
you
top-notch
unfortunately-
actor. Holy
Yeah, I was going to say,
moly.
Dorian
Unfortunately, you lose
brings...
your-
Whoa.
And you know,
Yeah.
people
Oh.
because
realize...
he brings the element
Well,
of
he
you
is.
not wanting to like
Well,
him and
but
stick up for
honestly,
Zoe.
I will
He's a
say
great
that Gemini
actor.
on paper is an asshole. You know what I mean? Like Dorian actually makes you kind of root for him a little bit because you do see like, oh, this is a couple that's been together a long time. They grew up together. He's just a kid. He's like a a Peter Pan.
When
So
I
he
see him
just-
with X, I love the chemistry.
Yeah,
that
it's
they have.
awesome.
Exactly.
Shout out to Dorian.
Dorian, I love you.
Dorian.
It's just
Amazing.
when he
Where's
gets
Dorian?
around
Where's
Zoe,
Dorian?
I know, but
and,
that's
and that
real.
ring go off, and I'm just like,
Big
can you
booty
change
Danica?
your,
Danica?
can you change
I
your
know,
ringtone?
but he's messed up, and who knows when he's not the
No,
champ, he
but
might
you
grow
know
up a little
what? The
bit.
truth is that we're seeing the show through Zoe, but of course when Gemini's with her, you think, oh, he's an asshole, but it's like, no, a man's got to protect himself too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well,
there's
not when he's
certain-
married.
Well, no, I think we're starting to see a little bit of that now.
If he made the mistakes he made in the past, whatever, but now he's trying to do
Right.
He's trying to do things right and trying to be a good
Not
dad.
really.
Yeah, but
he's
he
still
falls
making those
short.
mistakes.
He asked
Exactly, he falls
Jessica if
short.
she could get her robe back in Zoe's apartment.
I don't know. I like
Big booty
him. I
Denise.
like
Sorry.
him.
No, I like him too, but he definitely has his faults
Yeah, he has some growing up to do.
for sure.
Who are we gonna get in season 2 to play Big Booty Danica? Because I tweeted Dorian, I said we should get Serena Williams, and he agreed with me.
That's funny.
We get Serena
that's
for that?
funny. But she's like a piece, I don't think he's keeping her around. Big booty Danica.
Oh, we do have a lot of guest stars coming
yeah.
tonight. Jasmine Guy, Thomas Michael Ford.
They're so awesome.
They
Throwbacks
were
to
Jordan
other
Sparks.
90s sitcoms. Jordan Sparks.
Awesome.
Oh, she's
Tatiana.
everything.
Tatiana Ali.
Tatiana.
Tatiana. They're
Taking
all
it back
great.
to the 90s.
I told
Going old
Tatiana.
school.
First of all, Tatiana, Latinos, what's up? She's Latin. She's Latin American.
So Latin Twitter, you're fine.
Yeah. We're good with brown Twitter. But I told her, I said, like I was growing up, I was in Argentina, spoke no English, watching Fresh Prince, and now I'm on the show with her. That's happened to me with
Will Smith.
with
That
everything
happened to
I've
me
done.
with Will
That's
Smith. Yeah.
Well,
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
That happened to
What
me
was
with-
that?
Wait,
I was doing a show called Hawthorne with his wife.
Oh, I did
And he was
Hawthorne.
directing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And for me, Will Smith was like,
Yeah.
whoa. And he's the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
He knew everyone's name. So when he said my name, I like,
Froze.
what? Oh my God. So I was
That's
like,
cool.
then throughout the week, he became more, more comfortable with him. And I told him, I said, you realize that my family's from Iran. So I said, you realize that in Iran, everybody knows who you are?
Yeah.
Like, not many actors are known there. I mean, maybe Tom Cruise, but Will Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is known.
No, it's true. As
You know what I
in
mean?
our, I guess in our
And he's
countries,
so humble.
we don't get everything. Especially in the '80s, you didn't get every show at all. So I don't know.
And his
Same
wife is
with you.
terrific.
For me, like
Amazing.
coming to the States and then working with with Bones. That happened to me with Bones.
I know.
You know, I've been
we
watching
auditioned against each other.
in
often.
a lot of stuff.
And he came up to me like, no, that's not true. And he came up to me, what, it was like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, man, I'm a big fan of Bones. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I've been watching. I watched
And then
it
he's
from the
on it now
beginning.
with
Right.
me.
And
Right.
then I
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's amazing. That's why I love what we do, and
Yeah, it's
and
pretty cool.
It's amazing.
What has that been like for you guys filming over there and then
So
coming to
fun.
this set?
I literally went from Bones straight to Atlanta and started hanging out with this crazy guy, and we had so much fun. It's totally different, obviously. It's two different, genres of television, both amazing and both just different ways of fun. But it was so new and different character for him and different character for me by far.
And it also
So,
it also puts us in a place which is what we love. I mean, we're all theater people, and we love, like, when I work with a cast, we were saying, it's like, when you're working with somebody, you hang out together. To us, like in theater, that's the rule. You finish rehearsals, you go out in front
And he
to,
was
for
making
drinks,
dinner and-
right? You cross the street from the Serricchio stage.
But that's the thing.
Did you do that on purpose?
That's what you do.
What,
We went to the same college.
Everybody-
No, I
went to the
knew
same
that.
school,
But I
same-
didn't know that till after.
Everybody
Wait,
you
what's
cast,
Syracuse.
everybody you cast
Orange.
His theater
is a
background.
theater
yeah,
background.
yeah.
Was
And
that
it-
on purpose?
Not on purpose, but it just kind of worked out that way because you guys all tested so well. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like
right.
your presence was all, it was all about the performances.
Because
It just
I'll
happened
tell you
on-
what, I mean, Haneefah and Tori are rehearsing and finding the jokes, and that stuff doesn't happen all the time. I mean, just most.
And maybe because it's
they
a
just
comedy,
show
that
up.
was something that's, that stood out.
No, but
And
but
we're
definitely.
also perfectionists.
Yeah,
Right? So.
good shows. But that's another thing too about this show and shows that tape in Atlanta. It's not like you go to Bones and you go home each night. Like we're in Atlanta for months together, so we're a family. And so after work, people go out together.
We go watch Dorian DJ.
But the truth is that
Oh yeah.
DJ too.
Tailwood Turner.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, that's
At
great.
Tailwind.
He's
But the
so
truth is that
good,
no matter
too.
what you do, what genre, whether it's on prime time, whether you're a different trailer, I always thought that a cast should always hang out because
He's like the papa. He'd
The-
take us all.
the confidence that you build off screen, even if our characters, let's say our characters hate each other, I want to learn to love you so that when we have to work together, we broke any barriers. We've established a code between us. So when we're doing a scene and I feel like pushing you, I'm not scared. I'm not scared for you as an actress to take it a certain way. So as I get to know you, I'm more comfortable in the scene. I'm more comfortable with the way I touch you, the way how to push your buttons. So I think I love that we did that, but I try to do that in everything because it's always gonna show on screen.
That's a very valuable
Igancio.
tip. That is a very
That was a
valuable
good
tip.
tip.
And I'm
Very
gonna start
technical.
pushing you. I'm gonna start pushing you. Look, we'll start taking those tips and applying them here at AfterBuzz.
I got on
It's
Haneefah-
very
I got on
technical.
Haneefah's nerve every day, but it was all for the work. She thinks I did it to annoy her, but it was just for better quality work.
What technique is
Okay.
that, man? He's very
Haneefah's
technical.
like, no,
She was like
not
the little
buying
sister, and everybody was, everyone got on her nerves because she's the little sister with all the big brothers around her. So
But Syracuse, the two of you. No,
We went to Syracuse.
I got out, I think, a year before you.
Yeah, she's way older.
No,
Not way older.
what made you choose
She-
Syracuse
she
and not
left
school in
the-
DC?
It's a story. I was getting in a lot of trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom was like trying to rein me in. And Syracuse at the time sent me this thing saying, "Come to my summer college program," and I wanted to not be around my mother. And I checked engineering originally because I'm really good at math. And then I was like, I don't want to do any homework. So then I checked musical theater because I was in choir and I had never done really anything. And my mom ended up selling like a lot of stuff inside of our house in order for me to go to Syracuse. And that's how I went.
Shout out
It
to
was
a mother's
all
love.
right. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
her
you,
mom was the
Mama.
best. Shout
My
out to
mom,
her.
Yeah.
my mom was,
She was on
in
set.
Atlanta for the entire.
great.
We shot for 6 weeks. She was there for an entire month.
And we
Yeah,
shot the hook.
next year, bring your mom to this.
Oh, she's probably watching this.
Hi, mom.
We took her to
Cherie Wilson.
we took her tubing down the Chattahoochee River. in
My mom
Atlanta.
came.
We shot the hooch.
Shot the hooch.
What is that
I
like
told
just
these-
chilling?
It's
on
a river that
Exactly,
just
just alone.
I told these
Oh,
guys,
that's cool.
I told these guys because I was in Atlanta before, and I said, guys, we gotta shoot the hooch. And everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about?
And then we went and ate barbecue.
Perfect
It
ending.
was amazing.
So
it was
It
amazing.
was. It was.
Well,
Yeah.
Atlanta's a place for that, right?
And
For
Tori and
barbecue.
I transferred from Syracuse to
No.
Loyola Marymount, and Tori and I went to the same.
College.
Tori went to Loyola, so when the
Isn't
three
that
of us
crazy?
met,
That's crazy.
it was
Crazy.
instant because we had a connection, a very, your school, especially when it's theater, it's a family and it's really close. So when I met with her and we're like, oh, that's it. We know everybody. We know the program. We were trained the same way. Tori and I knew the same people. It's immediate. That's it. I don't have to like do a test run to see if we're gonna get along. No, it's immediate connection and friendship.
See,
So,
they pulled it over on you.
I know,
They knew
right?
they was getting the
They-
gig.
Should have
They
known.
knew.
yeah,
They knew.
Sneaky.
What was the best thing about shooting in Atlanta?
Atlanta's the best.
I like
Atlanta's
it.
awesome. There's
I
a,
think you're gonna say the food.
there's a lot to do. There's a lot to
There's
do.
a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
Especially if he's there. Because he finds things.
So
I went
is he the life
salsa
of the
dancing.
party?
I don't salsa dance.
I do
So much
something
fun.
every single night, every single day.
That's how you get them out with the salsa.
But I
dance.
don't. But it's not. I take it.
He's a really good dancer.
Yeah, he is.
Really
He's a
good
really
dancer.
He really is.
It's
dancer.
embarrassing.
There's a
I can
lot
see
to
that.
do in Atlanta. There's a lot to do.
He has a signature. What's that? The move that you do constantly. What's that one?
It's a good one.
Wait,
He does
isn't
that
that
one
the-
all the
That's a good
time.
move. That's a good move. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Do
That
it.
works.
That works, huh?
How do you do it?
I'm mic'd up
Oh.
right here.
Well, she just
um,
did a little move. Can't you just like?
No, I don't do it for free. No, we love.
We
We
went
love
fishing.
There's a
You
lot.
fished, and I sat in
I
the
took him
lake.
fishing to this lake. Tori came dressed like he was
We
going
went
to
and
a
watched
club or something.
Tailwind Turner. DJ.
Oh yeah, we all went.
So good.
Dorian.
Dorian's so talented.
Yeah.
What kind of
super
music
talented.
does he spin?
Hip hop.
Okay.
Thank
Nice.
God.
And the hip hop that we like.
No EDM.
We love that.
Old hip hop.
Like 90s.
No Robert Glassberg.
No Robert Glassberg though. No.
I feel like
Too
that's
bad.
for some red wine.
It's a shame. I love Bob. I love Bob.
I'm downloading that.
Bob
track.
is
It
good.
just
I am
came out.
too.
Erica, I have a
Bob
question
is
for
good.
you, just for clarification, because I'm watching a lot of these shows now, and it's like everything is being shot in Georgia. Why is that?
It's money. Yeah,
It's cheaper?
We get a tax break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and it's, before it was, when we did the game for the first time down there, it was difficult because we were just kind of trying to get the crews and they weren't used to shooting these kind of shows. But now everyone's out there. So there's a lot of good crew members, a lot of good actors.
And also, in Georgia, you can shoot pretty much any place in the world in Atlanta. In Georgia, you can find
locations.
any location for any.
Really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
The Walking Dead is.
They have everything.
Where's
they have
Egypt?
sand. They have
Walking
they
Dead's
have-
But it takes, it
Yeah.
takes place in Atlanta though.
You're gonna
so.
find me pyramids there?
But we shot on a
There was something
soundstage,
I
so.
watched.
There's a mini
No.
golf.
No, it was shot in Atlanta, but it was like a Middle Eastern.
There's a mini golf. No,
If you said 7-Eleven,
That's
man.
funny. It was a mini golf.
I would never do
You
that.
I
just
was
keep
waiting.
taking it.
I was just gonna say,
I
you said
wouldn't
that
waiting.
never do that.
Poor Pej.
Dude. No, I would never say that.
You said it all the time.
I did.
Well, okay, so with Zoe, so you talked about that, you had a 10-year relationship, you took some time off, and are there any stories from your life that you kind of want to take and put into season 2 that you think are funny situations that you'd like to?
Well, it's funny with me and characters. Like now that the characters are kind of set, I think that they're evolving the stories more
take
than
it
my.
off of
Yeah,
you.
it's more kind of off of me now because now we've seen how the chemistry is. I think the Miguel thing to me now, knowing him and seeing that he's in love with love, and then immediately once he gets it, it's gone. I think that might find its way into Miguel's character.
For these stories,
Zoe.
when you guys are hanging outside, ever?
I mean,
put something in your head that you're like, actually,
You ain't ready?
oh, that was their thing.
Man.
Yeah, but a lot of times, like I was saying, like the whole language thing came from who he is. She's Pearl in an interesting way. But even in the beginning, when we did the character and you came in, you were like, "That's me. Like I'm going through the same things. I want a relationship." So it wasn't
Not as thirsty.
not as thirsty.
Thirsty.
Not as thirsty.
Because there's levels to this.
But again, I don't think Pearl's. I think that she's
parched.
I mean,
No, but I think she's gotten to a point in her
The
life
wig
where
is
it's
different.
become
It's Ramadan
a priority
a little bit.
versus it wasn't a priority
little
before.
Ramadan
So
going
I'm not mad at that.
Well, look, before we wrap, I just want to see in between, because there may be a season 2, but in between time, what are you guys up to now? Starting with Erica, is BET throwing you any other developments or anything like your
No,
way?
but I'm always developing.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do in this business. So I'm working on a movie and I'm
Good
working
deal.
on another pilot. So yeah,
What type of content do you want to see out there? We see, obviously, we talked about reality TV and how it's kind of oversaturated. What kind of content do you think is important to put out right now?
Well, for me, and again, going back to Zoe, I always wanted. I was so sick of the reality shows. I was so sick of the Housewives, even though I watch them all. But
Guilty
no
pleasures.
shade. But I love that Zoe is right. I love that Zoe is like an anti-housewife. To me, this show is about being the anti-housewives. It's finding your identity without it being about being somebody's wife. Especially, I think, for Black women in the zeitgeist right now, it became that became the goal. Like, let me get wifed up, let me get booed up, let me have somebody's baby, so that'll make me who I am, give me some money.
Yeah.
I really think that this show is a referendum on that.
Yep.
It really is. I applaud it.
Thank you.
Tell me about working with Deborah Martin Chase, because she's done so much in
She's the
Hollywood.
best.
And I follow her on Twitter too, and it's just like when I heard she was a part of it, explain how that creative process was with her. You guys are two geniuses coming together, right?
Thank you. She's amazing. She's my mentor, hero. She has, I'm the creative person, I'm the writer, so her being the business person has been very helpful to me, because oftentimes when you're creative, you know, you don't want to handle the business and you might be too emotionally invested to get the business done. So she's such a wonderful champion and a wonderful business partner. I mean, she really, you know, knows this business inside and out and is always arguing for the things that I need creatively. And it's just been a pleasure working with her. And I hope to do more with her too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pej, where can we? What's going on with you right now between time?
I'm shooting season 11 of Bones right now.
Yeah.
Season 11.
11, boy.
Amazing.
Hey, shout out to the Boneheads.
That's right.
Awesome.
Bones fans rock.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's pilot season.
Right.
And
Okay.
It's brutal.
Is there a type of character that you'd like to play that you kind of haven't?
Yeah, you know, I went in on something. I was going to be an FBI agent.
Ooh.
I thought that'd be cool, man. I've never done that. I'd like to do that. Like
I
a
like
really
that.
cool
I could see it.
FBI
Yeah,
agent.
I can see
I can see
that.
that.
But you gotta,
I got close, man.
You have to be brave.
I gotta
to
lose
do
some
it.
weight, though, right?
And you gotta be brave.
Get rid of the bloat.
Get rid of that,
Bro.
Dude,
Give me your
What you
water.
guys
Bill.
the other day, my chair, like, I need a chair. FBI agents.
I was exhausted.
Oh my gosh, he was standing for 10 minutes.
This guy was hosting
Oh.
Luce. You know?
Lucha.
Oh,
Lucha.
I think I saw it on
Oh my
social
God.
media.
So
Yeah.
amazing.
What
kind of
He
lucha?
was amazing.
Wrestling?
But I didn't have a seat.
Like Lucha Vavoom?
That's right.
That's
Lucha
what it is.
That's our
Yeah.
engineer.
I always
That's
put
our
voices
engineer.
in my head.
God,
Did you
dude.
say that?
It was Lucha Vavoom. And he's the host.
God is engineering the show right
Did you
now.
go see it?
I did not go this time, but I have gone before.
Yeah, I'm
You see the host?
ring announcer.
You're the ring announcer there?
Yeah.
Like
He's
all
so
the time?
good.
No, 3 years ago I started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have Joey
But
Ryan.
he didn't
in
have me
studio.
VIP.
Oh, Joey Ryan, yeah.
I had to stand up.
Is it like Nacho
Can you
Libre?
believe it?
Yeah, it's like
Pej
Vahdat
Vahdat
Free
standing.
fighting.
It was 3 hours long.
It's
Wait,
so much
but
better
you're
to
doing
stand.
another show on Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo we do 2 shows as well. Yeah.
Wait, what can we?
Well,
What
Well,
can we-
because she didn't come
I'll
because she
show
had a
up.
previous engagement.
Hip hop and heels.
No, that's not
Oh,
true.
I've seen hip hop in here.
That's not true.
Hey.
She forgot.
Give it to him.
Body roll.
Give it to him.
Yo, watch Haneefah's
She
video.
don't get that ring.
Watch Haneefah's videos on Instagram
you,
of her
bring it
dancing
back.
on
I
the
already
heel.
do. I already do.
Oh my god. I was invited to her class.
It
You
worked.
were
No, I
not
was
invited.
I'm inviting myself to the class.
Oh, please go.
Oh, I'm gonna
and
go.
film that.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
Her
Put it on
instructor said, well, if you wear heels, I was like, I'll wear the heels.
I
I
believe.
I ain't got no problem.
Don't.
Wear the heels.
I have no problem to see you girls move like that, man.
He has plenty of heels.
You're
Yeah.
amazing.
All right, Haneefah,
Shout
what are you
out
up
to
to? What
Brandy
are you up to,
Evans.
Haneefah? We saw you in Greece.
Yes.
We sure
You
did.
were-
Let's give it up.
Pretty fly.
Shout out to Blanche.
Yeah.
The best thing
Y'all
Yes,
about
called
girl.
me out on the T-Rex.
What is the hands? What was the
Listen.
hands? But I didn't know if it was like from the old character
It's
or.
not. It's
okay.
not. I approach
That was your
characters
thing.
in different ways, and I felt like her body did this, and I stayed with it.
Girl, but for so
I
long
loved
I'm
it.
watching it, and then
I
all of a
loved
sudden I'm
it.
like, she really ain't put her hands down.
No,
I loved it.
No, it's right here. Just,
She was amazing.
she felt comfortable here. You know.
She was
Well,
incredible.
we want to see more. The
Fantastic
people
job.
want to see more. But unfortunately, we're getting the rap sign. So where can people find you, Haneefah, on social media, real quick?
Haneefah Wood
Haneefah Wood,
for everything: Twitter, Instagram,
Igancio.
Facebook.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Ed Nacho Serricchio. Good luck with that.
Yeah,
spelling's
Google his
down
last
below.
name. You'll find him. You'll
Good
find
luck
him.
with that.
At Pej Vahdat.
At Pej Vahdat.
and
Erica?
at Mrs. E.M. Bura.
All right, and
At McCall Hall.
Everywhere, DJ Jesse J.
I'm Joshua Johnson. You've been watching the Zoe Ever After show. Be sure and keep the comments coming on using the hashtag ABTVZEA. We want to see more of Zoe, so
do
hopefully
we.
cross our fingers for a season 2. But for now, this is the finale. We will hopefully see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us.
you.
Today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.